How do you say no to McCaffrey first pick?
This is it, and I got the science to back it up. Who's on the cover of Madden 25?
Christian McCaffrey.
Right there is the proof you need to not take Christian
Madden
McCaffrey
curse.
in your fantasy draft.
Everyone knows the Madden curse.
There it is. You're welcome. There is free advice yet again. Welcome back to I'd Have a Beer. Football is back, ladies and gentlemen. First two preseason games are in the book. More to come tonight. I think we got 3 games tonight.
That's right.
I can't wait. Football is back. But besides football, what else are we talking about tonight, Mike?
We got a lot of news coming out of the NFL, the Olympics, and of course, fantasy football talks starting. The rumblings are you're getting your emails. Yahoo Fantasy is hitting you up. You're getting phone calls from friends, and we got everything you need to know. We got exactly what you want to hear. We have the most important part of sports. We're going to be talking about the Eagles, the Cowboys, some injuries, the 49ers, fantasy punishment, and we're getting into some Olympics. It's going to be great. But before we get into anything, Manny Mozz, I'd have a beer.
I'd have a beer. I have a little something.
A little
something. And I actually love saying that too. It's funny. A little something.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got going on tonight? A little something.
A little something. Maybe
A
6 little something.
A little something.
Lagunitas little something. When I was like 20 or 19 and I was going to the store with the friends, I had my fake. And instead of buying a 40 ounce of old gold, that you would bring to the parties for $2, that was right next to it. I didn't know what the hell an IPA was at the time. That was the first beer I had. Fucking tossed it in the garbage right away. I was like, what is this?
I mean, first sips, pretty good. And let me read you a little something here. Right on the top of the can. It's right on the top of my tongue. It just has that thing. I don't know how you say it. Just a little something.
Oh, something. It's got a good name.
Great.
It's
got
a good name.
And it's pretty smooth.
I got a different beer over here. Hold on.
What do you got?
I got Buzzer Beater. Okay.
Wow.
I told you I'm bringing you nothing but great beers this month. This is a Prairie Artisan Ale. That's the name of the brewery. Buzzer Beater. It's a sour ale. Let me tell you, this tastes delicious. This tastes like candy, but like a nice citrus candy. Those orange tangerine Altoids that they used to come in a can here is now in this can in my hand. Those don't even exist anymore. I
like the artwork. Looks cool.
This is the Michael Jordan of the NBA, or Caleb Williams, if you will.
Apparently. Yeah.
Apparently. Manny Mozz, take me into the preseason. Preseason has started. That means football's on its way. Football's on its way.
I can taste it.
I'm very excited. I'm actually going to a Cardinals game tomorrow, preseason. $8. Can't beat that. Can't beat prices like that.
Not bad.
So tell me, I think yesterday the Giants, New York Football Giants, played the Detroit Lions. Who is at the helm? No one else but
Drew Lock, baby. Drew Lock started the game. Okay.
Love him.
Listen, in New York Giants fashion. Okay.
Yeah.
Drew Lock comes in and starts the game, and then, like, his second offensive series, he gets absolutely slammed by a linebacker and is down. Okay? He goes out. So I'm like, okay, this was probably going to be the backup to Daniel Jones and possibly even the starter if Daniel Jones wasn't ready to go for week 1 or, coaches and everything. They just didn't like what they saw in training camp with Daniel Jones. Drew Lock had a great year last year. They even beat us when he was on Seattle. He won that game against the Giants. Terrible game. But he comes in, football's back.
Doing his thing.
Giants in their blue. New logo in the center of the field, which is cool. Yeah, big Giants helmet. Nice. Drew Lock, like I said, get popped. Second offensive series. Gets pulled from the game. Tommy Cutlets comes in. What a quarterback room the New York Football Giants have. What a quarterback room. All 3 future
Hall of Famers.
You fill in the blank. You can fill in the blank with all 3 future whatever you somethings.
Little
Okay?
somethings.
Little somethings out there. But yeah, Tommy Cutlets comes in. He works the ball around, gets a big standing O, crowds into it. Our running back that was in the shadows of Saquon Barkley all these
Go
years is, he had some nice carries, 2 touchdowns. I'm going to find out his name right now for you because I already forgot because he's such a stud.
I'm going to find
Evan
him for you.
Gray. Eric Gray.
It's not Devin Singletary?
No. He is going to probably be the starter once the season
it's not
goes.
Tyrone Tracy Jr.?
Well, he's the new draft. We picked him up from Purdue in the draft this year.
Oh, okay.
So Eric Gray, 2 touchdowns in the preseason game.
Nice.
The Giants have had him. He's been on the Giants for a while. He just never really saw any activity because Saquon Barkley was doing 99% of the carries. So Eric Gray probably will be getting a lot of work in with Singletary this year in the running game, which is very cool. And then they also picked up, like we just said, the running back from Purdue. What was his name?
Tyrone Tracy Jr.
Boom. Yes.
That's
so we got options at running back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We got options at running back. I said it last episode, and I'm going to say it again. We will take wins wherever we can. Last night was a win. The offensive line looked pretty good. Tommy Cutlets getting some reps in. Maybe he just moved up from the 3rd spot to the 2nd spot.
Could be.
And who knows? But Giants 1-0 in the preseason. Tom Brady will be involved in football this year. Let's not forget that.
Yes, that's right. He's a sportscaster.
I think Fox. Yeah.
And I heard there was rumors in the well that he's not poised from coming back to the NFL. I heard that.
If it's this is a exact quote. If it's the right situation.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What's the right situation? What's your nightmare situation?
If Tom Brady came back and let's say, God forbid, Kansas City fans, cover your ears. Patrick Mahomes slips on ice, done for the season.
Uh-oh, look what he just put out in existence.
They reach out to Tom Brady. You don't think he's going out there?
Tom Brady, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, they go pick up another star wide receiver. Not pick up, trade for. They take an A.J. Brown out there. Goodbye, football. Super team has been built.
I'm pissed.
I'm
pissed. I'm like, son of a bitch. Yeah.
No, it would burn me more if it was like the Cowboys. Jerry takes a fat contract and he's like, I'll pay you $100 million a year.
He's like, listen, my clock is ticking and I don't know how much time I have left on this earth, so I want to see one more. And Mr. Brady, I will pay you and whoever $1 million a minute to come out to the Dallas Cowboy football stadium.
Super Bowl.
Yes, everything's bigger in Texas.
I would not watch football that year. I would not watch football.
I would be fucking pissed. I'd be like, this guy's fucking 60. Get him off the field.
We'd have to do some Michael Jordan pizza delivery to get him off that fucking field.
I would somehow get in touch with the and this is saying a lot because I would somehow get myself in touch with the security guy, Big Don, on the Eagles. And I'd be like, listen, you guys are matching up against the Cowboys twice this year.
Yeah.
You need to do something about this guy, number 12. You need to do something about this guy, number 12, Big Don. Okay?
Yeah, that would be nightmare solution. Talk to me about Hard Knocks here. The Bears, they looking good. Caleb Williams, is he the next thing or is he Johnny Manziel?
Listen. I watched the first episode, and I feel like I say listen a lot.
You do, but we're listening.
They are treating this there was people saying, oh, he's going to be the next Chicago figure like Michael Jordan. He's this, that, he's that. This is the best quarterback that the Bears have ever drafted. Well, let's diagnose that one for a minute. The best quarterback the Bears have ever drafted. $1 to somebody if they can find me a video that of somebody saying that he was not the best right away. When they drafted Justin Fields is the best quarterback the Bears have ever drafted. Hey, maybe third time's a charm. and Caleb Williams will be the hero. I just got really fed up with the whole Hard Knocks, that first episode. I'm like, this guy, there's so much expectations, and the city is just building him up just to break him down, because when they start the season 0-3, they will be booing the shit out of this kid. And he probably moved out of Chicago within 3 years, is my prediction.
Absolutely will.
That's my prediction. Caleb Williams, maybe he'll shock us all. I
need to see him in the league a little bit. Just one game, 2 games. Yeah. I need to see.
Do they have any preseason? When's their preseason game? There's no way he's playing. There's no way he's playing.
If he plays, it's like for 2 passes.
Don't even look that up, because he's not even playing. Don't even bother. He's not going to play. No, he's not going to play. I don't know. Listen, let me know down below if you think I totally am wrong for feeling the way I feel about Chicago Bears and the hype train running through Chicago with Caleb Williams, their 3rd first-round pick quarterback in like 6 years. Let me. I just don't think so.
He's not it. I don't think he's going to be it. He's the Browns when they took 7 QBs in a row when they went on that string. Same colors. It just moves over. That's all it is. It's just a different orange.
I will say this for the Chicago Bears fans out there. They do have a lot of offensive talent, however.
If they do have the guy, they have the weapons for him.
Maybe you can make the argument that because they have all these playmakers around him, that will elevate his game, and even he doesn't need to play a flawless game for him to go out and win games, because they got Smith or Swift at running back, right?
Great guy.
He was a bird. Yeah,
go Bird.
They got
Mooney. Yeah.
Moore. No, they got Moore
and Mooney.
DJ Moore. They picked up the kid from. Yeah, Adunze from Washington, wide receiver. The Giants were going to take him if they couldn't get Neighbors. Kid's a beast. Who else did they got? I feel like they got a pretty good tight end too.
Cole Kmet.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen's over there.
Right. Got a
squad.
From the Chargers.
Enough about the Bears and their bad QBs. The Bears actually had a good QB from 2020 to 2021. Do you remember his name? The Colts actually had him in 2022. Do you remember his name?
Oh, it's
the Eagles actually had him in 2017. Do you remember his name?
Philly Special.
His name, and it's the best name and nickname in the NFL.
On 3, let's say it together. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Big Dick Nick. Big Dick Nick. Okay, boom. That's a sick name. All right,
what a sick name. Big Dick Nick. There are 4 words that you could go up to an Eagles fan and say to them, and it immediately puts goosebumps right around their neck. And it's, you want Philly?
Philly?
What a ballsy sentence to say to your head coach in the middle of the Super Bowl when you're playing the Patriots with Tom Brady at his peak and you're down by 2 points going into halftime. You're thinking, let's take the field goal. And he goes,
right.
You want Philly? Why are we talking about Nick Foles right now in 2024? Because he retires just yesterday with 2 incredible stat lines. And he's in great company with these stat lines, okay? 1, only 2 people have taken him down in the Super Bowl. And we are fans of those teams.
True.
It's Eli Manning and Big Dick Nick, okay? They are the only ones to do it, and they did it with style. There's a statue with his name. You want Philly. And if you don't know that play, Google Philly Special, and you're going to have chills through your body. It was electric. I was electric.
It was pretty, yes.
It was sick. It was a sick play. It's a fake throw to Nick Foles to catch a touchdown. No one saw it coming. Awesome play.
It was sick.
Second stat line. Okay, only 2 people in the modern era has been able to do this. Drew Brees and Peyton Manning. 7 touchdown passes in 1 game by Nick Foles. What? No way he was able to do this. In 2013, this guy puts up 7 touchdown passes, hence the name Big Dick Nick. Because he comes in with 56% completion rate on any other day of the week. But when it matters the most, he comes in and swings it around Tom Brady. Tough. To you, To you, Nick Foles, we say Philly, Philly. Cheers to him for retiring. Big Dick Nick. Sick career stats.
He played
and
4
then
games.
Sold him next year.
Yeah. And then, you paid your starting quarterback like trillions of dollars. He gets hurt. Okay. And then this kid off the bench that gets the name Big Dick Nick comes in, wins you a freaking Super Bowl against Tom Brady. They put up a statue, and then the guy that you paid all this money for comes back, and he's got to pass that every day that he comes in, and then they ended up shipping that guy out anyway.
Crazy.
R.I.P. Carson Wentz.
I didn't think about that, right? I never thought about it in that way. This guy comes into work and he's like, you fucking kid. I brought them there. I brought them those 14 wins to get there.
Carson was having a great season, and then it just came to a collapse when he got hurt. And then this guy just buckled up his helmet, came in, and Brucey's time to shine. And he brought them. He won them 4 straight games. And then they're like,
the only games that mattered.
They're like, 4 games. Fuck it, we're putting a statue of this guy outside.
Oh shit. They should have put like a smaller statue of Carson Wentz next to him, like a child.
It's giant. It's giant.
It's like 15 feet tall.
It's fucking giant. Oh my God. Yeah. Eagles fans, that is terrific. But
I've heard some news, some whispers.
What's going on over there?
CeeDee Lamb doesn't get signed yet. Okay. Yikes. Contract's not happening. Preseason has already started. I see his Twitter page doesn't say Cowboy Nation anymore.
Oh,
I saw Jerry says, I'm not in a hurry to figure out this contract situation, to which CeeDee Lamb tweets, LOL.
I saw that.
That's not a vote of confidence for your star wide receiver.
I saw
who's going to go maybe top 5 picks in a fantasy football draft. That's probably not something you should do. He doesn't report for camp. And Dak Prescott's not signed yet. And I hear that Dak Prescott might get signed for the biggest contract in the NFL has ever seen, for like $70 million a year.
Wow.
That doesn't leave a lot of money for your wide receiver. That's what I think. Cowboys.
I just love that this is happening to that organization. Yeah. And this is great. Chaos. Yeah. I love it. Chaos
there is the best.
At the Dallas Star. Chaos. Yeah, Jerry, you said something before. He said like he's in no rush. That should be the complete opposite. Jerry, like we said like 20 minutes ago, he doesn't have that much time left on this great earth, I don't believe. No. Jerry isn't the youngest lad out there.
Jerry's an old bitch, and he's got 14 days to get a QB and a wide receiver signed. That's the reality.
We think, wow, I don't know like what their salary cap is or where they are right now, like how much room they have to negotiate 2 key players, their quarterback and their number 1 wide receiver. Like, what do you do? Like, are you going to pay Dak Prescott, who wins you regular season games, but then when it comes playoffs, he just total collapse, throws interceptions, and he just looks like he's brain dead? Or do you split that money and you also give it to your number 1 playmaker? I don't know if you've been really watching training camp, but they got Ezekiel Elliott back this year. He looks like he hasn't played football in 6 years, and he's just been eating that Kentucky Fried Chicken, and he's just fat and slow, and he just drinks a case of beer every day. He just reminds me of like my friggin' uncle who's an alcoholic. He does not remind me of a fucking stud running back that's in the National Football League.
He's not. He's your goal line pig that you let him fall over the 1 yard because you can't stop 500 pounds of meat on top of you. That's who he's going to be. There's
no way that he's the better option, or he was the better option than Tony Pollard, right? Because they let him go.
Yeah, they let him go. He's not there anymore. That was tough choice that they made.
Yeah, tough.
I was just talking to a Cowboys fan yesterday about this exact scenario, and this is what he said. It was interesting. He said this. He goes, "This is what Jerry does. He builds a team that's just good enough to make you believe in it, to keep the shareholders happy, and the fans believing that they can have a winning team. That they get let down
every year
to believe that it was something else. It wasn't them.
Smoke and mirrors.
They got robbed by something else, and we'll do it again next year, and I'll get you just enough good players to get you there. But you won't get to the end just to make more money. And if you think about it, that's really what that motherfucker's been doing for like 5 years.
That's been the same since they won in the 90s. That's been the same thing.
I've heard this song.
We had to chart the circle, the wheel of the Dallas
wheel
Cowboys season. The wheel.
Yes.
It's, June, July, August. They are the best team in the NFC East. Okay? I just got a text from a random number. I'm going to read this to you. Hey, Kelly, what do you say we go and enjoy some Asian food tomorrow?
You have to answer that.
Should I say, like in a third person? Kelly says yes.
You have to answer that. You have to be Kelly. You ever see that comedian where he's like, you get a phone call, random number. What do?
I'm not even lying.
Not me.
I'm not even lying.
I take chances in life. You have to answer this text message, follow all the way through, say, that sounds great. You said Chinese food?
Asian food. Yeah.
Asian food. Say, that sounds great. What's your favorite spot? Let them pick. And be like, yeah, I'll be there at X time. See if that place is close to you. Go to that reservation. Spot. Make a reservation for 2. And then tomorrow around that time, say, running a little late, order me a margarita and a plate of food or whatever.
Yeah. I'm in the white car. Yep.
Yeah, have them believe you'll just be there in like 2 minutes. I'm about to pull in. Get me a drink. And then don't show up.
Should I just ask her, do you think the Cowboys done enough this offseason to win the NFC East?
But yeah, Asian sounds good.
But Asian's good to me. Wow. This is going everywhere today. I love it, though.
Yeah, you should definitely answer that. But to get back to the Cowboys, the wheel of delusion. Yeah, right. The season starts.
Talk about the wheel.
We win some games, okay? Fans gets their hopes up. We them boys.
Right.
This is our year.
Right.
Choke in the playoffs. Back to the beginning.
So far, the wheel has not stopped spinning for the Dallas Cowboys, and it seems this year the wheel will continue to spin.
It's even worse
clockwise. Yeah, we might skip a few steps. We might just go. We them boys collapse.
New step, new wheel,
new step. Yeah, we're gonna have a kink.
I think they get
in
third.
The wheel.
I think they get third in the division.
Who knows?
Every other point you can fill in 1 to 2 and 4, but I believe they get in third. Speaking of other things that might be done, the 49ers are falling apart at the seams. Apart at the seams. Brandon Ayuik, I think, is going to Steelers. This is what I've heard. Breaking news. I heard that he's going to the Steelers this season, and the Steelers look better, and the 49ers don't have Brandon Ayuk. McCaffrey gets injured for the preseason, which could lead to more injuries throughout the season. He's been injury prone. That's tough. Brock Purdy does get a fat contract.
Right.
Maybe. When? I don't know.
They're going to have to pay the guy. Yeah.
They have no choice. And they have one less guy to pay. Ayuk's gone.
Wow.
And they pick up some Olsen. What's his name? Chosen. That's it. Chosen from... He's a nobody. Let me find him right here.
Yeah, that's good. That'll replace Ayuk.
Chosen Anderson. Okay?
Oh,
he looks like Andre 3000 with his haircut. That guy's not going to take over.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. That's his walkout song when he goes out there.
Hey,
drops 7 passes.
Hey, yeah.
That's how they're going to sell tickets. Yeah.
Don't want to meet your mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they're going to sell tickets. Hey, have I told you San Francisco's a weird place? So I don't doubt it. It's going to turn into a musical this year.
Yeah. So I don't know what goes on with 49ers, but if I had to give you draft pick advice, I'd be this is the first round curse, okay? Everyone's hot and heavy over McCaffrey.
Yeah.
It's going to be those years where he doesn't do well. He doesn't do well.
Maybe steer clear from offensive players on the 49ers this year in your draft.
That's tough to do, right? I feel like that's so hard to do. But how do you say no to McCaffrey first pick?
This is it, and I got the science to back it up. Who's on the cover of Madden 25?
Christian McCaffrey.
right there is the proof you need to not take Christian
Madden
McCaffrey
curse.
in your fantasy draft.
Everyone knows the Madden curse.
There it is. You're welcome. There is free advice yet again by Manny Mozz.
You think that they would just like, if the NFL is going to rig something, change the Madden curse. Just change it. Because as soon as they put Mahomes on there, it was his one bad year.
Right.
They don't put him on there, he wins a Super Bowl. Change it. Just change it. Get it done. I'm happy that Jalen Hurts never makes it on there. I'm happy no Eagles make it on there.
I'm shocked that Dak Prescott hasn't been on there.
I don't need a curse for him.
Well, that would just bury that guy if he was in there. That guy would just bury it.
Yeah.
He would just be gone. You wouldn't even see it be done.
There's no injury alert. He just doesn't come the next game. No one speaks about him ever again.
Yeah, they'd be like, wait a minute, who is this? Nate Sudfeld's taking this first snaps for the Dallas Cowboys.
You go to take out your Prescott jersey, it already says Sudfeld somehow.
Yeah,
it doesn't
changes.
even, it's as if it wasn't there.
The universe is crazy.
Talking about fantasy football and your first pick here, Manny Mozz, a couple things here. We got a couple of things to talk about. Talking about fantasy football, all right? Our picks are in our league. I'm the commissioner. Our picks are in. The way we did it this year is how our team did in the Olympics by gold medals. Manny got Canada. I got Italy.
Canada.
We didn't do too good. Wasn't too hot for us.
Nope.
I have 5th pick. He has 8th pick. 12-man league. I don't even like the choices I have in the first round at all. I don't like any single one. I don't even know if I like my team this year. I don't know what to do. Tell me how do you usually go about it when you're
what do I usually go about it? Listen,
like what do you
Well, I don't know. I always thought a rule of thumb was by the 3rd round, you want to try to have 2 good wide receivers and a running back. That's how I
do
always
running backs and wide receiver.
No, 2 wide receivers and a running back is usually how
I usually do the opposite.
Okay. I usually try to go 2 wide receivers and a running back by the end of the 3rd round.
Okay.
That's what I try to do.
Who would be your go-to wide receiver this year?
I don't know if I want to get into all of that.
Sure. Fair. Fair. Don't give away your.
I don't know if I want to give.
Like Tyreek Hill, of course you want that, but you're not getting him. He's going to be picked
of course.
Right away.
There's How do you think our wide receivers? Rather, we're gonna pick. This is a fantasy question, I promise.
Yeah.
Wide receiver. How do you think Malik Neighbors is going to do for fantasy points this year for the Giants?
I hate taking rookies in a fantasy football until it's late, like maybe my last 3 picks or last 2 picks, because you never know. And the person at the helm, not my favorite person to be at the helm for a brand new wide receiver. Like if you put him on, if you put him on the Chiefs or you put him on the Vikings, at least I know I got a guy that's consistently throwing those yards, and I know he's looking.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones, they're not even sure if he's going to stay the whole season there. And that makes me upset about, like, does he have a connection with Neighbors? Is Neighbors just a connection because he's the only one there?
Mm-hmm. Now, I'll play devil's advocate with you here.
Yeah.
He's apparently, he's going to make an impact right away. I hear nothing but good things about him. He's explosive. He's a game changer, blah, 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 blah. He's probably already the wide receiver 1 on this team. So he probably will be trying. They will be probably trying to get him the ball multiple times a game.
Yeah.
So
I can see that happening.
There's that.
And then in that moment, it takes me, I get like so analytical to it, where I'll start watching, look at your entire season, see what your wide receiver coverage is, and just match you up to the number 1 corner every time and say, how's Neighbors going to do this guy? And then I think, okay, do I really want to draft him? Because he's not going to be in my starting lineup. He's going to be on my bench, taking up space.
Right.
And I'm waiting for the game where he's like, oh, they play the Patriots. Yeah, he's in. I'll put him in,
His breakout game.
Right. So that's my thing with that. I don't like anyone this year. There's no one on the list of fantasy like McCaffrey, Lamb, Hill, Chase, Jefferson, Bijan, Robinson, Hall. None of them are like, yeah, that's my fault. I'm starting with this fucking guy I'm building around. I might do wild shit and do a QB first round. I don't know.
I was thinking about that actually too. Reliability.
If I mess up like the picks, it might throw everyone in ruin.
Well, that's how it goes. But so we talked about a New York player. Let's talk about another New York player, possibly for fantasy. What are your opinions on Aaron Rodgers this year for fantasy football?
I thought you were thinking Giants. I'm like, no, he's not on there.
No.
He's my backup guy. He's the backup guy. Obviously, I saw a highlight from last year of his preseason.
I was going to say a highlight.
preseason, and he was looking good, Packers? And he was giving people some business. And then I was like, when's this from? And then I realized, I was like, this has got to be fucking preseason.
When's this from? It wasn't from the 10 seconds he played when he was running?
I thought to myself, I was like, did he have one snap right before that? I was like, nope. He is my backup guy. He's got to be my backup. My QB this year is going to be the top 10 QBs. It's going to be like, I don't know, Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, who goes low. Maybe I'd love to have Jalen Hurts, but someone's going to take him before me. I know it. Just because he runs. He's a Russian quarterback. You can't be mad about that.
So the Hurricane.
Aaron Rodgers, backup.
Aaron Rodgers,
my backup
guy.
I don't think I pick him. I think he sits on the waiver. I think Pat picks 3 QBs and he's on his team.
Yeah. Can you throw a QB in at a flex?
I should add that option. Really play with some people.
That would be cool. That would be
well, you could put
crazy.
Taysom Hill there. He's technically a QB.
True. But his playing time is weird, and you don't know. Yeah,
right.
That's
he gets thrown in for like a quarter, and then
he gets thrown in for like 2 plays.
Touchdowns.
He scores the touchdown, but then everything in between, he's not getting the yards or anything like that. But touchdowns worth a lot of points.
And the Saints, they love him. They talk highly of him. He's the ultimate football player. He can play every position. Then why the fuck is he on your bench 80% of the game?
Right. Yeah. That guy can definitely play tight end.
He could definitely play tight end. He's a small tight end. Just have 2 tight ends on the field. I don't get it. I don't get that guy. He's an anomaly.
I don't get it either. But yeah, fantasy football, I don't know. Let us know down below what your strategy is this year. Do you gamble on Aaron Rodgers and you take him as your starting quarterback? I mean,
it's a great duo. If you get him and Wilson.
He could. I mean, there's still a lot of hype around the Jets that, he's healthy and he's back and they bulked up that offensive line and they did this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, it's still those Jets. So who knows?
Yeah.
Fantasy football. I don't know. The draft's coming up. We got what, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks?
26th. So yeah, we got 2.5 weeks, which brings me to my next point for the draft. Manny Mozz is our current reigning champion, and he has one thing to do. It's pretty simple. One thing to do. He gets to pick this year's punishment for the loser, whoever that may be. And everyone in the league has given him some good ideas. I'll read to you some of them that were put in our chat today. Loser has 1 week to eat the same amount of hot dogs as a champ at Coney Island. That's 58 hot dogs in a week. Loser has to become... It's not that bad. That's only 8 hot dogs a day.
Not bad.
Loser has to become a full-time teacher. That's pretty rough.
Tough. That's tough. Financially and emotionally. Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks. Loser has to join a pyramid scheme and sell all their product in a month. It blows.
Just buy an NFT.
Just flip that. Loser has to clean windshields on a busy intersection until they make $50 and then use that money to buy beer for the rest of the league. I'd be pretty upset about that. But I got a good one for you, Manny.
Okay.
I think you're going to like this one. I think this might be the one you pick. Loser has to make a remake of Darren Waller's music video.
It like when he's like laying in the beach and like laying in the
with
sand.
The water just slapping him in the face. They need to remake his music video of that song for the entire fantasy group, and we post it on YouTube. And you bet your ass I'm putting money behind that to get some views behind that video. They got to sing and everything. I think that would be great.
It would be great unless it's you.
No, it won't be me. I know who it's going to be. And I would love to see Pat rapping, trying to make him look cool like a rap video. I wonder who he gets for like women in the background to make it look good. That'll be great.
Huh. Well, yeah, so I have some thinking to do. So those are all interesting. I'm I'm at a crossroads because just first of all, disclaimer to everybody, I didn't even want to play this year. I'm like, let me ride out into the sunset, going off a championship. Let me just, that's it.
Can't do that.
One and done. I'm out. Okay, so I'm back. All right. Don't have that much confidence in myself. Okay, just because I haven't paid any attention to this group chat. That's even this fantasy football group chat. Thank God Mike reminded me of the draft on the 26th. Forgot, I thought it was on the 25th. So I've been not in touch with this. So I'm kind of thinking, since I have the power of making the decision here, I might try to also protect myself in the chance that I am at the bottom of that leaderboard come January.
Yeah, that won't be able to work, but we'll figure that out when you come up with something. Everyone's got to be able to do it.
Well, I'm saying it might be silly. It might not be taxing on your body. Okay. It might not be eating 8 hot dogs a day, panhandling, or cleaning windows, or making a music video, or humiliation. It might be something
it has something to do with taxes. That's all we know. Something to do with taxes.
No, I'm not going to have the IRS come after you. No, which I think would be hysterical. But nobody would follow through with that because that's just stupid. I don't know. Well, I'm going to see. I'm going to think about it.
We'll figure it out. What Manny Mozz has got to make a decision for punishment.
I'm nervous.
Enough about fantasy football here. I got something that I wanted to talk about, and today's a good day because it's live. It's right now. You could be watching it right after you're done listening to this. The Olympics are on.
Yeah.
Okay?
All the good
sports have been happening. The Olympics are still going. There's a new Olympic sport that has just unveiled today. Olympic breakdancing is on right now as we speak. I want to see crumping. I want to see some flips. I want to see some head spins. I was in Indiana just last weekend, and we went to the Indiana State Fair. I'm with my girlfriend's little brother, and he's very good at basketball. And, there was like a basketball court over there, and I heard some guy on a microphone. He's like, yeah, come up, sign up. We're doing one-on-ones. First place gets cash, $300. I'm like, oh, dude, you got to go. Get out there. You win. You'll definitely win. For your age group, you'll win. We go over there. Nope. Wasn't basketball. This was one-on-one, ages between 10 and 14, breakdancing. These children were breakdancing. This one kid was in like a long T-shirt, a beanie, and he starts spinning on his head. He's doing flips. He's doing his feet kicking around in a circle.
Yeah.
And he's up in this little kid's face, just going back and forth to like move your feet. By that song, boom, 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 boom.
Everybody.
It was nuts. Yeah, that one. I saw that and I was hyped. I watched like 5 rounds of it. It was sick. I couldn't even imagine what Olympic breakdancing is. I want to see some wild ass shit. I want to see someone do a flip 20 feet in the air off the floor.
Yeah.
My money is on Victor Montalvo of the USA. He's my guy. He goes tomorrow. It's going to be sick. Olympic breakdancing. Who's letting this sport in? Who's picking the new sports?
Yeah, who decides what games the Olympic Games are going to be in? Each 4 years. Who decides that? Because last week on the pod, you actually talked about that this was going to be coming up, this breakdancing. But you also had another one for us. You had the kayaking thing.
Oh, it's awesome. Did you watch any of it?
I saw a clip online of it, how they start up on this tall ass thing and then they just drop down. Yeah. I'm like, why? Like, basketball isn't good enough. Like, track and field stuff isn't good enough. Boring. We need to just you know what? You guys ever seen Death Race? Let's make it an Olympic sport.
I wish they fucking did, because I would watch it. I wish they fucking did.
I don't understand.
It's awesome. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's kayak slalom. They start you 6 feet in the air. They on your kayak, drop you into the water. You got to race down this course, go around these slaloms, and they're pushing currents at you that you're going the wrong way. So you need to fight the water.
It's like whitewater rafting, pretty much too.
But it'll be upstream and downstream and side stream. Right around the area, you got to make a left turn.
You know what I just thought about? Why don't they have? You've seen Wipeout, right? Where it's an obstacle course. Why don't they just have that an Olympic sport?
We spoke about this once before. The Olympic sport is they put American Ninja Warrior on the border, and then if they can get through it, they can come in. You get 3 chances to get through American Ninja Warrior, and then you can come into the country. We want only the best.
Yeah.
I think that would even the playing field for people, American Ninja Warrior, but only one winner though. Maybe like the last event is like the baton battling with like the red and blue,
Yep.
And only one wins. That's it. There's no one. Not everyone gets to the top of Kilimanjaro. It's just you fight at the top. Maybe bare knuckle box would be nice.
You just wrestle a bear up there.
That's it. Right. That's it.
Okay.
I want to talk about this beer that I've been drinking right now. I got to be honest with you. I can feel it. I'm feeling a little bit right now. Okay. This is the first thing I drank today, so that's nice. I got this buzzer beater beer. This artwork is sick. Okay. This guy's dunking on a mother. All right. That's nice. They got the little scoreboard, little hot dogs, little kiss cam. Dope. Love this. This is a sour ale. It's delicious. It's 5.3%. Let me tell you right now. Hold on.
Yeah. Tell me right now.
I'm having this at dinner. It's really good. Really, I don't know if I'd have another one. I'd have this at dinner.
Okay.
I would start off at a pregame with this one beer. I'd start off. After that, I'd have to go light or I'm going to get blackout drunk. 1 through 10, this is like a 5.9. 5.9 just because I'm not a big sour guy.
Okay.
5.9. Buzzer beater. Beautiful artwork. Okay.
It does look pretty cool.
It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
It does look pretty cool.
I'm telling you. I got 3 more beers coming at you that are pretty sick artwork. I'm excited for you.
If I saw that in a cooler at a tailgate, I would reach for it.
Snatch.
Yeah.
Snatch that. I'd be like, anyone?
Yeah.
Right.
Anybody having this one? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you about a little something that I have over here.
Tell me what you got,
a little something. I got a little something here. Okay. Good. 7.5%.
Damn.
Pretty smooth beer. I got to be honest. I had to stop. I was taking nice sips earlier in the pod, feeling it a little bit in my head.
Feel it
right now. I gotta take a step back. It's only 2:30 here. Gotta relax.
Yeah. What do you got for me? Take a sip. Tell us. Bring us through.
That's good. That's your typical IPA right there. It's good. I'm a fan more than anything. Oops.
Let's go get Asian food.
Let's go get Asian food. I'm a fan of the a little something just name. Nice. I think that's awesome. A little dog on there, a little something. I would probably have this at dinner. I would have this probably the same thing like you said. I would probably have one of these at a tailgate. If somebody was like, "Hey man, you want a little something?" I'd be like, "What are you talking about? What do you mean a little something?
Yeah,
what do you do? Dude, I don't do that kind of stuff. What do you mean? A little something. Dude, get away from me." And then he'd just show me, open up the cooler, and be like, "Nah, dude, it's a little something. Be like, "Oh, yeah, let me get one of those. Let me try that out."
Thanks, Grandpa.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, strange man that I just met. I'll take a little something. Yeah. You're going to have this dinner tailgate scale. I like it. A little something. This is a 7.9. I like it.
Ooh, big ranking for a little something.
A little something.
It's a big something for a little something. Nice, good score. That's a good score. Great beers.
Yes.
Great beers.
All right. Well, we covered a lot today. We talked a lot. Football's back. We got a little carried away. We had a lot of good conversation, though, so it's worth it. Yes. Preseason, more to come today, 3 more games. The regular season is on the cusp of starting. Fantasy football leagues are getting ready to do their draft. Let us know down below if you have a strategy for me or Mike this year when picking. He's got a late pick. I got a late pick in the first round, unfortunately. Who do we take? What is the punishment that I'm going to pick? I'm leaning towards a more conservative approach, but if I hear something really cool from somebody out there, I just might have to, I might just have to send it and just pray to the Heavenly Father that I don't get last this year. So we'll see. But that's it. We'll be back next week. More preseason to cover, more NFL news. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube. Follow us on all of our social media at IHAB Podcast. And we will be back with another episode next week. Mikey Bugatti.
I'd have a beer.